This is Ben Kuzma reporting from the American Airlines Arena in Dallas, Texas on Thursday night, where the Canucks suffered a very sobering 6-1 loss to the Dallas Stars, which left us with a number of questions as the Canucks head home with their tails between their legs after losing earlier in the week to the Phoenix Coyotes. It was really hard to imagine what was happening with the Canucks tonight. They got down 3-0 after the game was 12 minutes old. Some really bad decisions in the offensive zone with some pinches. Alex Edler getting caught on one play, Dan Hamhuis on another, and just so many odd man rushes for a team that's been so good defensively of late, getting down early and 3-0 by the time the game was a dozen minutes old spoke to a lot of fragility with this club. John Tortorella admitted post-game that he didn't think the team quit on each other or him, but that it is a fragile bunch. And when you can't manufacture offense and you start giving up the odd man rushes the way the Canucks are, it's hard to fathom that this team is going to make the postseason. It needed to win 13 of its last 18 games just to get into the postseason derby heading into the game tonight. And you have to wonder if they can even muster the resolve to win any game right now. The problems were all over the place tonight. They couldn't handle the Stars' speed. They certainly couldn't handle their skill. Tyler Seguin having a hat trick and a 5-point night. Jamie Benn and him made a mockery of the back end. You really had to feel sorry for Eddie Lack tonight. He got pulled after 2 periods, allowing 5 goals on 17 shots, but it wasn't his fault. So often he was staring down shooters eyeball to eyeball. Jacob Markstrom got to play in the 3rd period unexpectedly. He just got here in the trade from the Florida Panthers. Allowed 1 goal on 5 shots, and after working with Rolly Melanson earlier in the day, he didn't look bad. He looked like he's got some structure in his game, and it's just a matter of him being more compact in his structure. You're hard-pressed to find anything to talk about tonight in a positive vein. Some of the post-game comments from the Canucks were pretty startling. I mean, Henrik Sedin called it an embarrassing night. Kevin Bieksa even went one step further and said that the Canucks had nothing going, totally outplayed by the Stars. Eddie Lack thought he sucked, but, he didn't. The team in front of him did. I'm not really sure where the Canucks go from here. This had to be one of those nights when you watch a team that does so little, that is so disinterested early in the game, that loses Zach Kassian to a 5-minute boarding major and a game misconduct, which will probably bring NHL supplementary discipline. You have to wonder where they are mentally, physically. Are they just spent? I mean, John Tortorella asks so much of this club in terms of the push all season long. You just have to wonder after Christmas if it's got the better of them. They're not quitting. I mean, John Tortorella said, we're not going to crawl into the fetal position and just hope this thing goes away. But there's been very little to see on this road trip that would give anybody reason to believe that they're going to be in the postseason hunt or actually get there. For general manager Mike Gillis and owner Francesco Aquilini, this was a pretty interesting week. They probably didn't get the results they wanted totally at the trade deadline, and now they got the club that they have the rest of the way, that doesn't know how to win. Ben Kuzma reporting from Dallas.